Some of you may find this very hard to believe. But guess what? I'm a hypocrite. Oh, that's right. My name is Merkley, and I am a hypocrite. And you know what? That's probably why hypocrisy is the thing that bothers me most in life. I said this elsewhere, but often, unfairly, what I hate most in others is something I recognize in myself and I don't like. So, if you ever see me really treating somebody poorly that doesn't deserve it, chances are, and remember, that doesn't deserve it, chances are I have spotted in them something that reminds me of my worst qualities. And so even just yesterday, Finn, friend of Facebook, you can find him, he called me out on my hypocrisy. Now, the weird thing is I enjoy it. When people can call me out on my bullshit, and this is kind of something that's a family tradition, honestly. In my family, being able to call somebody out on their bullshit is respected. I mean, you should be able to do it in a humor. The rule is that you've got to do it, but you've got to be funny, too. It's got to be funny, and it's got to be right. Of course, those things are kind of inseparable. It's not funny if it's not true, right? So it's got to be true. If you can call somebody out on their hypocrisy, then you're golden. And I like that. And I like having my grammar corrected and everything, but I digress. But what is my hypocrisy related to in this instance? Well, a couple posts back, and this is true, my inbox gets filled almost daily. Well, depending on if I'm posting or not. I'm not going to lie. So if I'm not posting, I don't get many inbox things. That's what. But if I'm having an active day on Facebook, which gives me the fucking willies to even say that, an active day on Facebook. Ooh. Ugh. See, that's the type of thing I want to punch myself in the face for, because I have a lot of active days on Facebook. That is the grossest thing. Oh my God, now I'm depressed that I even can say that. Anyway, but if I have an active day on Facebook, I'll get a lot of messages in my inbox of people saying, "Oh man, thanks for saying what you say. I don't have the courage to say what I want to say," and it's daily. People will talk about their work environment. I don't want to deal with the I can't say what I want to say because I'll get fired, and you wouldn't believe my work, and and I'm not joking. And my inclination is just immediately post those messages on my wall, and say, "Look," because I'm thinking, and I usually will respond this way. I would say, "Hey man, you just got to have courage. If the silent majority would just say what they think and not put up with the bullshit from these fucking tyrants and bullies who really are, they work by being a mob, by all coming in together and calling you a racist or calling you a terrible Nazi or whatever, but totally avoiding whatever subject or debate is at hand. Just call you names, intimidate you, and because what fascinates me is why this works. Because it obviously works, right? And I have to think, how often does that work with me? And, in moments I go, that doesn't work on me. Are you kidding me? No way. Fuck that. I don't care what anybody thinks. Who gives a shit? Fuck you. Punk rock. I'll say whatever I want to. And for the most part, that's true. But there are caveats, It isn't always. Because as it was pointed out yesterday in a funny way, I made a post about how I don't post my music and my most tender thoughts. Why? Why, you may ask? Well, honestly, it's because I don't want to deal with the mob picking apart my tender little feelings. So, look, guess who doesn't have courage now? Guess who's preaching to have courage, but doesn't actually have it when it comes to his own tender little feelings? Yeah. So, hypocrite. granted, that is me. Ha! But guess what? You, my dear listener, are part of my training and therapy. You see, what I haven't told you is that these messages that I'm posting are sort of covertly designed to give me a thicker skin. Right? So the theory goes that if I can get used to just putting thoughts together, and if I can get used to trying more and more to open myself up to really honest thoughts, and that's kind of a hard thing to do, because we spend a lot of time. Oh, see, look at me shielding myself by saying we. I can't speak for anybody else here. I think I spend a lot of time in my life shielding myself and not really knowing my own motivations. I mean, I know them better than anybody else does. That's for goddamn sure. So don't try to psychoanalyze me unless I ask you. And if I do ask you, you better give me a psychoanalysis that matches. It's got to look familiar. If you do, I'll be able to go, yes, you're right, I do that, blah, blah, blah. But my point is, a lot of times we don't even know what we think about something. We don't even know our own real motivations. So, and we don't even know if we're being honest. How do we know if we're being honest? Anyway, look what I've done. I've roped you into therapy. And I'm not paying you. I'm not paying you shit. Anyway, but you're helping me, because the more I develop a thick skin about doing this, the more likely it will be that I'll start kicking some of these goddamn tender little songs out the door, right? For fear of making myself accountable. Oh, Lord. Accountability? What's that? I'm thinking of doing something where I'm releasing these little things every day, and then maybe once a week release one song. I'm writing songs every day, so I figure if I just select the best of the week, and or at least maybe the one that lands on the right day during the week, like the one that lands on a Monday, maybe do a Music Monday thing, and then kick some of these tender little songs out the door, and then just deal with it when people ignore them and hate them, and they confirm all my worst fears about myself, which is that I'm a total worthless fucking human being. And that's really what the fear is. Not that they tell me something I don't know, but they tell me something that I already know, because that's really the only way to hurt Merkley, is to match your critique along with mine, because trust me, nobody loves me more than me, and nobody hates me more than me. There is nothing you will ever say that will be darker or more critical than I already am about myself. So the big fear is that you will agree with me. So I need to get over that. And you're helping me, so thank you.